Ārmă, rūmqumaecano, Troī, qui prīmŭs ōrīs, Ītălțiam fato prōfŭ, la vīniăqumae Aeneid, lītåră multilit ōrīs, tātŭs et āltō, qui superum saivae mემმōram nōncies ab īrām, mūltă quoquet bello passus, dum cōndЄrēt Ārbam. As is often noted, the epic begins with the words Ārmă rūmqumae. This is a Homeric reference to both the Iliad and the Odyssey. Ārmă referring back to Achilles and his anger, and of course Vīram to Odysseus in his quest to return home. On line 3, we have an example of enjambment with lītåră, which should have been placed on line 2, but has been continued on line 3 for emphasis. Arms, and the man I sing, who first came from the shores of Troy as a fugitive as far as Italy and Lavinian shores, having been tossed across many lands and the sea by the force of the gods, due to the unforgetting anger of savage Juno, and the many things endured in war until he founded a city. Īnfēretque Deus Lătcio, gЄnŭs ūndē Latinum, Ālbanique patres, at qual taimoenia Romae musa mihi causas, memora quod numine lasso, quidve dolens Regina Deum totvora casus, in signum pietate virum, tot adire labores. Note that line 6 begins with Inferetque Deus. This refers to Aeneas being entrusted with the household gods or penates by the shade of Hector. Notice that line 7 begins with Ālbanique. The Romans believed that they could trace their ancestry back to those ancient Trojans, to the founding of Alba Longa by Aeneas and his son. Notice that on line 8, we have a classical invocation to the muse, Musa, and carried his gods to Latium, from which come the Latin people, the founders of Alba, and the walls of high Rome. O Muse, to me relate the cause, which was the wound to her divinity so hurtful, that she, the queen of the gods, drove a man, known for piety, to endure so many hardships, meet so many trials. Inpulerit, tantain animus caelestibus irae, urbs antiqua fuit, Tirii tenuere coloni Carthago, Italiam contra Tiberinaque longe, ostia divis opum, studiis quas perima belli, quam uno ferter, terris magis omnibus unam. On line 13 we have Carthago, which of course is referring to the Romans' age-old enemy, Carthage. It was of course believed that Carthage had been settled by the Phoenicians, great traders at the time, mentioned by Homer as the Phaeacians. Can such hatred exist in the minds of the gods? There was once an ancient city, Carthage, a colony of refugees from Tyre, against Italy, but far from the Tiber's mouth, extremely rich and most fierce in waging war, which Juno held first among all the great lands. Post habita colvisi Samo, hic ilius Ārmă, hic chorus fuit, hoc regnum Dea gentibus esse, si qua fata sinant, iam tum tenditque fovetque, progenium sed enem Troiano, a sanguine duci, audearet Tyrias olem, quae veteret arces. Notice line 16, Samo. It's an ablative of absolute. Samos was greatly loved by Juno, for she had been reared there. Notice that on line 16 and 17 we have hic, hoc, repeated for emphasis. This repetition is referred to as anaphora, more dear to her than Samos. Here she kept her armor, here also her chariot, for the goddess long held and nurtured the idea for it to become the kingdom of nations. But she had heard that from the blood of Troy a race was being led that would one day topple the citadels of Tyre.